Approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, huh? Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
They'll run here on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw now. Ooh, he put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And they're going to have a first down. Putting a receiver in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And they'll have first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's a throw. This is reeled in by Jackson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Well, we see the medical staff headed out. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 30 on 2nd down. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. And once again, they can't connect. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And 4th and 4 coming up. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And these guys go up 10-zip here in the 1st.
Our home team, nothing.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The offense getting set to go. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Throw left side, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Now, after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. First down, ball at the 36. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 28-yard line.
From the 28. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Back to throw on 1st and 10. He beams one deep right side. Big gain downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll throw on 1st. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives them the first. They'll throw it. It is caught left side. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play. From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys take a 3-possession lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got a man left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Dumps it off to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. 17-0 is our score. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48. Brought in right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
3rd down and 10.
Pass play now. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play, and that'll give them a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
To throw here on 1st down. Finds him on the slant. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down.
And the San Antonio 1st down.
Here's a give up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. They're throwing it. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Setting up a throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know by now, Kate, what I call that. That's that car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. It's do it with that kind of accuracy down the field. This dude's elite.
First down from the red zone. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It's a 3-yard gain. 1 shot remaining if they want to try it. 4th and goal coming up.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. It doesn't get much easier than this. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. We are at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. First punt went 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Escapes a defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing it to start this drive. On target to Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
To throw it on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they come away with some points on that series.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. From the 37. Catch is made down the right sideline.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Back to throw it. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're left with 4th and short. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. That is the halfway point here on Thursday night. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up, as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Punt team on the field. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he takes it forward to the 12 for a small gain. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Dump off caught by his back. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw it again. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. Caught quickly on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. And they pick him off again! Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the 1st play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They've got a man in motion. Here he is to throw on second down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Pass play on 1st and 10. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And they're going to have a first down. From midfield now. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard line.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking right, and he finds him.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. They're set up at the 35 now. Man in motion here. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing it again here. Finds the in route complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. He'll throw it yet again. It's his running back. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
He's got a man left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys continue piling on to this lead.
Our home team, nothing.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense ready to get going again now. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them Hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
43-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He fields it from the 8. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Hauled in left side. It's a 31-yard play. And they'll have 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. He's going to throw this one. Connects with the open man downfield. And that is a touchdown! That gives him a mark of distinction for this season. He's now up to 40 touchdown passes this year. And it's part of one of the more impressive campaigns that we've seen from an NFL QB. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys grow their lead yet again.
37. Our home team, 3.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
The ball carried by number 28. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. This one, well, it has been a rough watch for the hometown guys. Their side getting blown out as we begin the 4th. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Looking for a throw here. Dumps it off to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for the...
Oh, no, they get him yet again. There he goes on the right side. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys tack on 7 more to their lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Getting right back to it after that interception. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Throw left side, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He's got it over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be a first down. They'll throw it again. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. That one's complete, right side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10 now. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They'll send him up the middle. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Back to throw now. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Ball on the tee, and here we go. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. On 1st down, they'll run. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he rips off 8 yards on the final play before our 2-minute warning. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Winford 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. They go play action on first. Finds him on the crossing route. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Into traffic, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 8-yard loss off the play. It's now 3rd down.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.